this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I have a super cute project I'm going to share with you guys today. Just switching out my glasses. I had the wrong ones on. So I wish I could take credit for this adorable little candy cane holder that I made, but I cannot. So I will tell you, it is Helen Wilson from Australia. I just happened to come across her YouTube video showing how she made this, and I just think they're adorable. I will link her video in my description below, and she also makes a super adorable one in green that is like the little elf suit. Super cute. But I decided to just make mine in the Santa Claus, and so I used the dies from the All Dressed Up dies, and that is where I got the little buckle for the belt buckle. And then I did 3 of the small little buttons that comes in this. And then how I made the collar, which I have 2 different supplies going on. I cut actually extra more than what I needed. This is the Handsomely Suited bundle that is going to be available in January. Demonstrators can order them now. So if you want to join my team and get your hands on some new products, all you have to do is visit my blog. It's bobbystamps.com, and there's a link there on that page, and you can pre-order anything that's in this new January to June mini catalog during celebration. So I used this little die here to get the little collar. So let's go ahead and jump right in. And make sure that you watch her video, because she goes into a lot more detail than what I'm probably going to. It was her idea. And you can also see the little elf one. Okay, so you're going to need your Stampin' trimmer for sure. You're going to take a piece. She used, what did she use? Cherry cobbler. And I decided to use Real Red. And I know the little jingle bells that I'm going to use, they are cherry cobbler as well, but I'm still using them because it all blends in. So the first thing you do is you start out with a piece of cardstock that is 2.5 inches by 11 inches long. And then what you want to do is score it at 1/4 of an inch on both sides. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit everything in here. Let me back that back up and make sure I'm on the right mark. So we're going to score at 1/4 of an inch. I just want to line that up. So I'm going to score it there, and then I'm going to use my trimming blade, and I'm going to trim it all the way down to the 7-inch mark. And then I'm just going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to score it first at 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to bring the trimming blade down to the 7-inch mark. And then we'll take it out and score it at 4 inches. And let me just make sure I got that right. Yes, score it at 4 inches. Oh, let me see if I can get my paper out. There we go. Let me move the trimmer out of the way. So then we're just going to take our paper snips, and we're just going to kind of angle that as you're cutting it away. Just something like that. Okay. Then let's burnish the score marks like this. And then we'll do this one. And your fingers are going to get a little bit sticky because this is such a thin mark line right there where we're going to put our adhesive here in a minute. Then I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I cut at, I think this one is 3/4 of an inch. I don't know if I wrote that down. 1/2 inch by 4 inch, I think is what I wrote down. You can honestly cut it as wide as you want. And then we're just going to put that in the middle. Okay. And then we'll take the little collar, and I just kind of eyeballed it, kind of like that. So let's just put some adhesive on the bottom, only where we're going to want it to stick. to our cardstock. I haven't used Tombow in a while because of our new adhesive, and now I have to get used to not squeezing so much of it out. So just hold that on there just for a minute. I'm gonna dab that. I got a little bit of glue right there. Flip it over, and then you just trim off the excess that's on the back, like that. Okay, let's go ahead and use our Detailed Trio tag punch to make that little fancy part at the top. And then you can fold that up just like that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive along each side. And this is where your hands will probably get a little bit sticky. Oh, shoot, I went off. Okay, and then just fold it up. And then make sure, I'm getting glue everywhere. Just make sure that that is getting a nice seal. Okay. How cute is that? And then you're going to take, I cut out the buckle using the gold foil sheets. And then you just take a piece of basic black cardstock and just feed it right through there like that. And then kind of get it where you think you want it. Put it a little bit towards the center. And then I always just, I folded one side over, and then I fold this side over, and then I just let it overlap a little bit and trim that off. And then put some adhesive, and then fold that over. Hold it there for a few minutes till it sticks. And I'm just going to slide mine down just a little bit. I cut out 5 buttons. That's how many she cut out too. But you can do as many as you want. Just make sure you're removing the little pieces there in the middle. And she uses the Tombow, but I found easiest for me. I got glue on my fingers so it doesn't want to come off. There. No, I just used my Take Your Pick tool and a mini glue dot because I hate getting the glue all over my fingers. And then I always just started with one button at the top. And then each time when I pick it up, I make sure that the little things there in the center are out of the buttons. And then another glue dot. Whoops. And then kind of space them out as evenly as you can. These must have been bad ones that I did because the majority of them had the little, you can see that one, there we go. And then another glue dot. And to do this one, I always put one kind of like there at the bottom. And then I'll do the top one next. And then that way I can space out that center one. You just got to eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, and I did forget to mention too, these are my customer thank you gifts for December. I was going to do a candy cane holder anyway. I'd already bought my candy canes, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And I was going to do a candy cane holder that I did a few years ago. And then yesterday, I was playing Christmas music on my computer downstairs as I was crafting, and I seen it in the sidebar, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cute. And so I watched her video and then decided that I was going to make these instead because they're way cuter than what mine was. If I don't forget, I'll link the video here to show you in case you want to see that candy cane holder that I made. So now I'm just taking the Whisper White polka dot ribbon. She used a different white ribbon, but I didn't have what she had. And then I'm using some of the gold trim. I can't think of the name of this. It comes in the Christmas pack with another one, but right now I can't remember what one it is. And then the jingle bells, I'm going to take cherry cobbler in a gold. And that's, she used the green and gold on the elf suit. And it's just so cute. Okay, let's just thread that through there. So I just thread them through and then I looped it, kind of trying to make sure that I was leaving both my tails kind of the same length. And then I would just pick this up and loop it over it and then just pull. And then I would tie a cute little bow. Let me get that bell back over there out of my way. And then I just tied a bow at the top. I'm going to pull on that a little bit and then pull on this one. Every single bow turned out, of course, except for this one that I'm doing on tape. I couldn't get my little tails the length that I wanted. And then you just put your little candy cane in. And how cute is that holder? Just make sure you're letting your, I put my biggest block on there to hold them down and let them dry really well. That's probably why this one didn't adhere very well right there, because I did it and didn't really give it time to dry. But that is my little holders that I'm going to share with you guys today. I think they're so cute. And remember, her name is Helen Wilson, and I will link you to her video in my description below. Thanks, guys.